Hello, welcome everyone to the Smudging Sage Tarot. Before we begin, I like to clear the air with some sage, sweeping away negativity and confusion. This helps us focus with the clarity and light as we dive into a new series of videos designed to deepen our knowledge of the timeless art of tarot. Together, we'll uncover the secrets of each card one by one. Whether you are a curious beginner or a seasoned reader, this journey will help you connect more deeply with the cards. So, today's card is Judgment, a major arcana. And next card, the word, is the last one. Unbelievable. We almost made it. So, before to go to the judgment, as I said, let's give a little bit of a background for newcomers, okay? Tarot has long been used by mystics, seers, and royalty. Though its origins remain unclear, some believe it began in the Far East or India and arrived in Europe during the Middle Ages. The Rider-Waite deck, which is the one with those artwork, okay? This deck was created in 1910 by Arthur Edward White and illustrated by very talented Pamela Coleman Smith. Revolutionized the tarot with the detailed work on all cards, especially the minor arcanas that are rich in interpretation. I really love to show you. Whew, the swords. Anyway, a standard tarot deck consists of 78 cards, 22 for the major arcana and 56 for the minor arcanas. The major arcana represents key life energies and profound psychological themes, and the 56 minor arcana are divided in 4 suites, okay? So the suite, we have the materials, the pentacles, the wands, the cups, which connects with emotions, with water, and then the swords, which are thoughts, okay? Imagine each of these suites like a building where people, like-minded people, live. So the theme in those houses is always the same. Anyway, so let's dive into the judgment. Basta with other things. Let's dive into the judgment. That it's considered to be quite an obscure card. Why? We don't know. Apparently the meaning it's not very clear. And I've also heard the people saying that they they get confused between justice and judgment, okay? And I understand why, but let's go first with diving into this so curious, scary, and still, oh my God, what's this card? Major Arcana. The Judgment card represents a time of awakening, self-reflection, and the spiritual rebirth. Yeah, I was looking for my wand, and all of a sudden, here you go. I like to use this one to point each symbol, okay? So, sorry about that. Anyway, the Judgment card, as I said, represents a time of awakening, self-reflection, and spiritual rebirth. It marks the process of evaluating your past actions, experiences, and life choices, while recognizing the need to release judgment and embrace change. The imagery often features an angel blowing a trumpet, symbolizing divine guidance and calling you to hit a higher purpose. It's a call, in other words, to follow your destiny, to follow your North Node, to follow your passion. You see what I mean, what this card means. The card signifies rebirth and readiness for personal transformation as we let go of past mistakes and rise to new opportunities. Now, if this rings a bell, it means that you are that kind of a person, and this is actually the meaning of the reversed judgment, that is very heavy on themselves. It's like, oh, it happens to me, okay? I always give a personal experience as example. I remember a time I was very indecisive, and a time when where I was always going back with my mind and the things I did wrong because I didn't know better. But I couldn't really forgive myself. And because of this thought, I'm going to smudge some Palo Santo, the holy wood, because this is considered to be healing, and I feel like a lot of us need the healing in regard to this matter. So this card is an invitation to go ahead, okay? Forgive ourselves for what we didn't do perfect. Sometimes are very little things, but still they are over and over in our mind. So the key themes of the Judgment card are awakening, self-evaluation, rebirth and renewal, release of past judgments, spiritual awakening, new beginnings, reflection and self-awareness. Let's go through the meaning. So we have already spoke about the angel with the trumpet, right? A messenger of divine intervention, calling us to higher awareness, urging us to heed our soul's calling. So, people emerging from the caskets. This is super intriguing for me, to me. So this is a symbol of a spiritual rebirth or awakening, representing the shedding of old habits and patterns to begin anew. So, in other words, when life is a learning curve, right? So at school, the majority of the people, I know there are people that have always been doing everything right, but I'm talking in general because this is for everybody. They weren't doing very well at school, like me. And then during the years I learned, but at the beginning it was a disaster. And I figured it out. It was very normal to be like that. Also studying my natal chart, but that's astrology is another conversation. But for many people, there are moments of insecurity. We were behind other people. We were observing from the last seats the best of the class, and other times we weren't prepared like others, or whatever other time where we did something wrong, okay? And somehow there is a part of us that is dead, because in that specific area we are defeated. And that part of ourselves is buried. You see what I mean? It's like these parts of ourselves are into a casket or several caskets. But when the medicine, the healing of the judgment card reaches us, we have a rebirth, okay? So we start from anew. Life starts today, now, in this moment. It's 4 p.m. I'm watching the time. That's amazing. So, the thing is that, and I've also noticed another number that is 1117. I see this time or numbers all the time. If anybody of you, I have been researching, of course, imagine, I'm very curious, but if anybody between the audience knows what it means and you want to share what it means for you, I would be happy, the happiest, because it's unbelievable. Everywhere I look is 1117 or 711. Okay, let's go back. So you see the rebirth. That's very powerful. So life starts today. I'm anew. And these caskets really symbolize the past and the things we must release to evolve, okay? Because otherwise we will always carry those dead weights, even wet. I see water here. No, it's it's the landscape. Anyway, it's a real rebirth. And then there is the sky. The sky in the first plane of the card represents the divine realm, providing clarity and higher perspective. Numerologically speaking, because the judgment card is the 20th, it comes reduced to the number 2. And the number 2 is relative to the High Priestess, symbolizing intuition. You see? A sip of water. You see, all this gray, all this blue, all the yellow, there are things in common, also visually speaking. And the high priestess, and really guys, watch this video because it's super interesting and will reveal many things of you and how to deal with the life. So the high priestess, as I said, symbolizes intuition, inner wisdom, and receptivity. It is also associated with the justice, the number 11. As I said earlier, those cards are kind of connected in some way. And again, we have the two pillars on the side. That's interesting. So it's connected also with the number 11, justice, highlighting themes of fairness, balance, and divine alignment. What I want to stress before to go ahead with the astrological meaning of this card is that in general, for the majority of the things where we were not perfect, we thought we were wrong. I'm not talking about serious, I'm not talking about crimes, okay? Let's put the crimes on the side. I don't want to refer to them in this lesson. But for all the other things where we were very young, we didn't know better, we didn't know better. We have hurt somebody without even realizing, because maybe that was the dynamic, the interactions in our family, and we thought it was normal to be aggressive or remissive. Depends on what are the circumstances, and we keep judging ourselves, preventing us to go ahead with our lives, and always having this criticism around our head, in our ears. The message this card is bringing is it is fair, okay? It is fair to let go of those old baggages judging us, So this is a card that highlights themes of fairness, balance, because if you continue to, as I said, you carry those dead weights. I don't know why I continue to say weights. Okay, I don't know. You can probably tell me. There must be a reason. So we have to be balanced and be in divine alignment, okay? So this is a message for all of us and all the perfectionists on the net. Astrologically speaking, it's linked to Pluto, the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth. Pluto governs deep transformation and cyclical nature of life, reinforcing the themes of regeneration found in this card. So, let's see, what does it mean? Now you know that I give practical examples, right? But let's see. What does it mean, the upright judgment in a reading in general? This card upright represents self-reflection, awakening, and a call to higher consciousness. It suggests that you are at a point of reckoning or significant change, where past actions are being evaluated, often leading to forgiveness, healing, or clarity. It's about shedding old layers, making life changing decisions, and listening to your inner calling to move forward with purpose. This card encourages accountability and honest assessment. Now, let's see what does it mean when it shows up right in a love and relationship reading. The Judgment card invites healing and forgiveness in relationships. It signals the need to release past grievances or judgments to create space for growth. You may experience reconciliations or closure from past relationship, allowing for new beginnings. For example, an ex may return seeking closure or reconciliation, but whether to embrace them or move on will depend on your spiritual growth and readiness to let go of past hurts. So now I'm channeling a message. For some of you, can be challenging because you tend to believe people, you absolutely want closure, and that's why I think Spirit is channeling this message for everybody who can relate with this situation. So, which is also of everyday events. I mean, for those of you who are in an abusive relationship and you finally got rid of this person, I want to tell you something. Always, always, always decline the last appointment. If in a relationship, I know this has nothing to do with this card, but it has also everything to do with this card, okay? Bear with me. If any of you is in a relationship that is abusive, that you have been, your life has been threatened, you see your partner dangerous, aggressive, you are scared, and you even have managed through the law to not to forbidden him to come close to you. If in whatever way, shape or form they reach out to you and they swear and tell you and assure you that it is the last time they want to see you because they want closure and in your gut doesn't feel good, always avoid the last appointment with these people, because for many women, I'm Italian, in Italy, this last appointment has been the last forever. Okay? So I don't want to scare anybody. I just want, I feel compelled. This is not even something I thought to share with you because I channel all the time and is happening now. This message is very important. Avoid the last appointment with abusive people, okay? Awesome, let's go ahead. So, in a work and career, and tell also to your friends, in a career, judgment is about releasing limiting beliefs or past mistakes that hold you back. It's a call to embrace a new opportunity, take a risk, or embark on a new career path. A person may be ready for a promotion, or it may be the right time to pivot careers or start a new business. It encourages aligning your work with your true calling, asking, is this job or path truly fulfilling? Ask this yourself. And this is the question that the judgment card asks you when it shows up in this kind of readings. In a personal and spiritual growth reading, this card in this position signifies awakening, where you become more attuned to your higher self and life purpose. It asks you to reflect on your past and accept the lessons learned, encouraging a deeper sense of self-awareness and spiritual growth. For example, you may embark on a journey of professional personal growth, or rediscover a spiritual practice that helps you connect more deeply with your soul purpose. Now, but what does it mean when the judgment shows up in reverse? When reversed, judgment can signify self-doubt, avoidance, or fear of change. You might be resisting an important decision or ignoring the need for self-reflection and growth. This position often suggests being overly critical of oneself, you see, holding into the past, or struggling to relinquish guilt. It serves as a reminder to trust in your judgment and let go of fear to move forward. Okay, so what does it mean in a love and relationship reading when the judgment is reversed? It suggests clinging to past, whether through grudges, resentment, or refusal of forgive, refusal to forgive. This could manifest as resulting to let go of an old relationship or past hurt, hindering growth and healing. It may also indicate avoiding important conversations or decisions in a relationship. For instance, you may be staying in a relationship due to fear of change, even though it no longer serves you. Now, what does it mean, the reversed judgment in a reading related to work and career? In a career context, reversed judgment points to indecisions or a reluctance to move forward. So you might be stuck in old routines or failing to take advantage of a new opportunity due to the fear of change. And this can be due to trauma. Wow, guys, honestly, I am finding so many things about myself in this card. I cannot begin to tell you. There are traumas that I can that I can remember in my childhood that afterwards, in adulthood, made me resist change, because probably I was scared, right? So it could also indicate a lack of awareness or failure to take responsibility for past mistakes, preventing professional growth. An example might be someone hesitating to switch careers because they are unsure of what's next, or afraid to fall and fail. So in a personal and spiritual growth reading, the judgment reverse can signify resistance to spiritual growth or a lack of self-awareness. You may be ignoring signs from the universe, avoiding inner reflection, or stay stuck in negative patterns. It can be a sign that you are not ready to let go of limiting beliefs or unresolved emotional baggage. You may find yourself avoiding deep self-reflection or rejecting your intuition. So, before I leave you with the last words, I want to invite you to like, share, and subscribe if you find this valuable, enjoyable, relatable, knowledgeable, interesting. Put a like. I would be honored if you would become part of this community by following the Smudging Sage Tarot. So, the Judgment card is a powerful symbol of transformation and spiritual awakening. Whether upright or reversed, it calls you to reflect on your past and take action toward a more authentic future. Remember, the past has to be experienced. Take a picture, this is my experience, and go ahead. It has to support you, not stop you. Upright encourages embracing a change, healing, and self-acceptance, while reversed, it warns against staying stuck or ignoring the spiritual call to evolve. No matter the position, Judgment encourages you to take responsibility for your choices. Can be scary? Okay, take the fear too. Trust your inner guidance and heed the signs from the universe, leading you to your higher purpose. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.